Hello everybody, this is NCS07 here, and I'm doing a bit of a different type of video, as today I'm going to be starting a 3-part series on why school is stupid. Now, if you guys don't know already, I have finally graduated from high school. It was a good accomplishment in my life, and now that I've finally finished up school, I'm kind of going to do a bit of a review of school, I guess you could say, in this 3-part series. Now, today we'll just be focused on the social aspect, next episode will be focused on the academics, and then the third part will be a comparison between school and prison, because, oh boy, these similarities are uncanny. But with all that said, let's get right into this. Now, I do want to say, a lot of you guys will probably already know this stuff, and you might wonder why I'm making this. And it's because of the fact that I graduated high school. I feel that I should be able to review school and how good or bad it was. But mostly bad. So don't expect a lot of optimism in this series. So, with all of that out of the way, let's dive straight into the first part, the social aspect. Now, school is generally a place where you meet a lot of people. I mean, that's kind of what school is. Like, a lot, and I don't want to get too far ahead of myself with the academic stuff, but all the academics and all that stuff you learn, that's not really the thing about school that you're going to really take away. You're not going to take away stuff like that. You're going to take away the people that you meet. That sounded a lot more weird than I thought it would sound. Ultimately, I mean that you're going to get a lot of friends out of it. The whole point of school isn't really to learn all this boring material. It's to make friends. Now, this wouldn't be a bad thing if it weren't for the fact that some people, like myself, don't exactly have a lot of self-confidence when it comes to talking to people. I'll be blunt, you guys probably may or may not know this, but I am a very shy person. I do act different in my videos, but in real life, during when I was in school, I was a lot more shy and definitely was not the best at opening up to other students. However, and what that ended up resulting in is me pretty much being on my own for the most part. Now, I do not need to be bothered all the time. I'm not saying that I need to be bugged all the time by other people. I'm just saying that maybe having like even a couple consistent friends would be really nice. However, school ultimately did not do that for me. I did talk to some people over time, but honestly, for the most part, I never really kept them as consistent friends, as it just never would follow up on anything because nothing would happen between the two of us. Honestly, I made more friends online than I have in actual school, because that is partially because of the fact that online you could find people with similar interests, and that makes it a lot easier to talk to people. But in school, it's like a gamble. Hopefully somebody in the school actually does have the same interests as you. If not, well, prepare to be on your own a lot. Now, this wouldn't normally be the worst thing. However, once you get to high school, you want to be around other people. And while I am somebody that does kind of a little bit more independent, I do want to be around with others. I want to talk with others. And honestly, high school really didn't do that. Honestly, the second half of my senior year was pretty bad, honestly. Most of that time was just spent on my own. I felt like very little people really cared, and that kind of taught me something. There's two crowds, an in crowd and an out crowd. The in crowd is basically people that have friends and they're able to enjoy being with their friends and are able to, at the very least, talk to other people. The out crowd is basically people like me who aren't able to socialize that easily. And school never really teaches you how to socialize, and because of that, you're basically left out in the dark, which really sucks and is pretty mean, especially considering the fact that, again, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. I'll say most of the stuff for the next part, but going to school every single day for a week, it's just annoying, because it wouldn't be that big of a deal if you don't have friends or people to talk to in school, just as long as it's not a constant reminder. Oh, but school is a constant reminder, because you do school Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So you're being reminded pretty much all the time that you just don't have anyone to talk to and that you are completely on your own. It just sucks. It's not really good, and it honestly, especially for a kid who has difficulties talking to people that is way worse than I am, that's a pretty cruel thing to do to them. Though, to be fair, school is a cruel thing to do to a kid in the first place, so there is that. I'll get into that more later parts. But the school aspect, it's just that social access is just so annoying. It's just, if you don't have interests compared to others, it just doesn't work well. And I know some people may potentially be like, well, join a school club or something like that. That'll give you a lot of experience. Not really. Clubs do not get you friends. Even if you have similar interests, it really depends on what kind of person you are. People don't really care. And honestly, when I was in clubs, because I was in the marching band for the first year, which that was awful, and also anime club for a couple of years, but honestly, I didn't make really almost any friends in either club. Even when I tried to be open with other people, none of them became consistent friends, and I really didn't get very far, especially with anime club. I didn't really make a lot of friends. So that doesn't really help. So what else is there? You can't really make friends that easily during school. You can't really make them during clubs. So you really can't do much at all. So that pretty much sums up the first part of the series. But just to do a quick rundown just one more time, socializing in school is stupid. It basically teaches you not really anything. It doesn't really teach you how to socialize. It basically makes you socialize where you're just left out in the dark. Now, I know that some people watching this video may not feel the same way as I do. They may have had a great experience at school and may have been a lot more outgoing and had a lot more friends. I did not, unfortunately. And that's kind of why I'm talking about this, because and it's not even just like my second half of the senior year. I've had it throughout school. If you're not somebody who's very good at socializing or is just generally shy, don't expect to have a very good social life at school. Because that's what school is. And not only that, you get reminded about it every single day. Just so that way it can push you further down into depression. But that's what school pretty much is. But anyways, that's pretty much all I really have to say for this part. The social aspect of school, while it is the one thing that I will give school credit for, it does get you around other people. It doesn't really do a very good job of actually getting you to talk to other people and actually make consistent friends. Because again, I made more friends during quarantine than I ever did in school. And that's saying something. So, with all that being said, that has been the first part. Tune into part 2, which will be happening like next week or something like that, where I'll be talking about the academics aspect, and I'm pretty sure that part is going to be very predictable, but that'll still be happening. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Please let me know what you guys think, or if you got some interesting school stories revolving around other people. Please let me know in the comments, because I definitely like reading that sort of stuff. But with all that being said, this is NCSO7 signing out. Peace!